Welcome back to the Football Referee with Emmy Hikins, Trevor and Femi Madariola.
Yeah, I mean, we had an interesting debate, the three of us at the time, I think. And at the end of the day, I mean, any manager who gets his team to a final of the Euros or the World Cup, you've got to give him some credit for that, quite clearly. For my part, I didn't particularly rate the way England were playing, and I think I said at the time I would have in the games, the build up to the Euros, for 2 or 3 months on the games that England played, I would have had basically my team already picked, and I would have played that team in 3 or 4 or 5 games before the tournament, just sort of putting in the occasional substitute and so on. Instead of on the first game, he used Trent Alexander-Arnold as an experiment in midfield, and that to me was ridiculous. So yeah, I think I've got to say he did well to get to the final, but I don't think our performances warranted that really. And the other thing about it is, with so many ways these days, or there used to be at a World Cup or the Euros, a new thing will come out, the way a team played something, or they did this, they did that. You go back a few years, and the Italians had their own way of playing, both domestically and internationally, very sort of slow build up and so on. Holland with the total football team and so on, different ways. But I think football now has evolved, even though we get the false nine business, it's evolved to a point where virtually all teams play the same, whether in the domestic leagues or certainly at the Euros. I didn't really see any team doing something that we might think, oh, let's hope we see that in the Premier League this season. I didn't see any difference really between the teams. The only difference is whether you go out there, as I think Southgate did, not to lose, rather than going out there to win. And therefore, you do adapt where you put your press, where you have your players pressing up to get to put pressure on the opponents. And I felt that he went out there not to lose those games. And personally, I think he did the right thing in resigning, but he goes out with a lot of plaudits from the FA and from fans generally, I think, and he deserved that. He did well, but yeah, I think he was in the right place at the right time when he took that job. And overall, I give him probably 7 out of 10 as a performance mark. But yeah, I wouldn't select him as a manager for another international team or for my own league team. I wouldn't want him as a manager.
It's interesting how Trevor's just offloaded. It's just giving him the opportunity to offload. Right. The question was, Trevor, you think?
I think I've covered all bases. You don't need to say any more now.
You answered a totally different question, but
We're going to take a short break now. The Football Referee will be back shortly. You're listening to the Football Referee with Emmy Hikins, Trevor and Femi Madariola. The Football Referee will be back shortly. Please stay tuned. The Football Referee is looking for sponsors. If you're a business out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you offer, please get in touch on our website, deepstuffrecords.com. And also, if you're looking to get involved on this show, please reach out via our Facebook page, Deep Stuff Radio or Deep Stuff Records. Thank you.